Alright, after a little break, let's go to Alton Plaza. We have arrived. Let's see what we got. That kind of looks like James Bond, doesn't it? This place is well known as a rendezvous point for couples. Well, we're gonna need to wait a bit. So, might as well look around. Just kill some time. Yeah, unfortunately you're still gonna need to wait until something happens. That fat bastard Napoleon takes his time to show up.
Well, so, you're the new junker, eh?
You Napoleon?
Well, let's keep this short, okay? The Snatcher sees me here and I'll be the next one eliminated.
Let's talk. How about if you show my your junker ID? Okay. I'll show you something, alright? With a little walking trash can with you, you stick out like a sore thumb anyway. Everybody's probably figured it out by now. What do you want me for? Something happened to Gibson. Yeah? Looks like he doesn't want to talk. Asking me out of the blue like that. Something happened. Well, yeah. Let's fucking talk. Gibson was killed by Snatcher. Do you know anything about it? Gibson got killed. He said something about Snatchers being after him. Gibson helped me more times than I can count. He was a great cop. This guy looks pretty suspicious. Maybe you should take him downtown. Nah, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Gibson ate buffalo somewhere just before he was killed. Any ideas? Follow his trail and use a little intuition. Aren't you a piece of shit? Do you know any places that serve buffalo? Since that prohibition on shooting buffalo went into effect, almost nobody will touch this stuff. I may have a few ideas, but I'm not a charity, you know. Ah, that's where you have to use your money. Well, thank you. So, you wanna tell me more about that buffalo? It's the only place in Nyokobi that serves buffalo. Yeah, there's a masquerade club called Outer Heaven. I'm pretty sure they serve buffalo. How do we get there? It's quite a famous hangout in that particular industry. It's like a big masquerade party. Customers have to wear masks or whatever, or they can't get in. That makes the place pretty popular with a lot of VIPs and a lot of high places. It would be nice to know where it is. I'm not doing this for fun, you know. I'm gonna need a little something. Ah, bastard. Luckily for you, you never run out of cash. So don't worry about it. You'll be good. Just keep giving him the money and you'll be fine. It's on the 17th Street in the HS district. You don't need me any longer, do you? Mind if I go? What can you tell me more about the club? To get in there, you gotta have a mask from over at Plato's Cavern, or we won't let you in. And where's that? It's a black market where you can buy without a permit. We've got absolutely everything there. I think Gibson stopped by there quite a bit himself. Why don't you visit the place? You might find some leads. How can I find it? There's a sign right over there, check it out yourself. Why don't you ever tell me something straight out? Why don't you take a good look around the area? True. You've been really helpful. Thanks. Call me again if you need something. And there he goes. Right, so he said we should look around a little bit, yeah? Well, there is, surprisingly enough, an advertisement for this black market. We just have to wait for it. It may take a little bit, but just give it a moment. It'll pop up. There you go, Plato's Cavern 691170. Why don't we give him a call and see if he can figure something out? What was it again? 691170? Yeah, looks like it.
Thank you for calling Plato's Cavern, the store with everything. May I help you?
Audio only, eh? No doubt it's because we are involved in the black market. Everything available at the best prices anywhere, and no ID required. That's our motto here at Plato's Cavern. And there's none of that dark atmosphere that you find at so many other black market shops. I hope not. Where is this place located? We're located on 5th Street in the Sanomia K district. Oh, okay, interesting name. Everything in that area is part of our organization. Okay, thanks. See you later. Okay, we got a lead. In fact, a couple of leads. Why don't we go investigate a little? As much as you'd like to, there isn't much to do in this plaza. You can look around and stare awkwardly at people, but you won't get far doing that. So why don't we pay a visit to Plato's Cavern and then to Outer Heaven? Interesting choice of name. If you remember your Metal Gear lore, Outer Heaven is a pretty big deal there. But I wouldn't be able to tell you. I haven't actually played any of the games. No need to lynch me. We've arrived. Let's have a look. Ah, it's that logo. I get it. It's more like a small city than one store. Everything in this area appears to be part of Plato's Cavern. Kind of odd name. I wonder if it's a reference to something. The whole place is crawling with rather questionable types. A black market with billboards. They're pretty daring. It's one of those unwritten understandings. I suppose it brings in quite a bit of money for the city. There are a lot of dangerous looking customers milling about. This is a black market in the true sense of the word. Smells good. That scent is coming from food vendors. Smells good, doesn't it? I'm getting a little hungry. I'm feeling hungry. Can we go to the food place? Probably not. Or ooh, yes, you can. There are a lot of food stands. Well, why don't we go there? Can we? Doesn't look like it. I would like to. Maybe if we investigate again? Pizza, sushi, hamburgers, hot dogs, Neo-Kobe pizza? What's that? It's a new type of pizza where you drop your favorite pizza into a special boiling soup. I wonder if it's any good. What do you mean? Its appearance has almost put the other food vendors out of business. Oh, really? There sure is a bunch of stuff around here, and then there's this hooded feller. He looks suspicious. Yeah, we got some weird stuff in here, but we don't do buffalo. It's against international law. Okay, well, it was nice to know. Are you looking for somebody? Yeah? I guess we don't want to talk like that. Well, this is the place. So is the place next door, and the one next to that. This whole area is under one management. Neat. Where'd you get that? Well, you know. Really, Well, you know your stuff. Outer Heaven is that really hot masquerade club. These full-face masks of ours are sold under an exclusive arrangement with Outer Heaven, you know. During their masquerade time, you have to have one of our masks or you can't get in. Sure. Oh. Dick. How about the mask, though? New products, used items, stolen goods, samples. It looks like one can find anything in here. Yes, indeed. But what about those masks? They look pretty fine. They have those special full-face masks here. Damn right. These masks were designed and crafted by the famous makeup effects artist Rick Bakery. They are formed using precision laser tools. What do you think? I bet you love this. Yeah. But I would sure like to buy one of those. Show cash? We love cash paying customers. If you got that much on you, there's nothing here you can't afford. But he's not willing to sell me the mask for some reason. Maybe I need to ask him about it? Why don't you check it out? Well, I would like to, but I need the mask. Pass it up now and you'll never get a second chance. Sure. Can I buy one? Not yet. Damn, I seem to be missing something. Let's keep on looking. They have massive Egyptian mummies and those Easter Island faces as well. They seem to be very well made. You've got an eye for fine art, my friend. Those are our pride and joy, our special full-face masks. I'm afraid that's all we have left. Would be nice to purchase one. Can I buy? Oh, here we go. A full-face mask, eh? Which one will it be? They're all so good, handmade by Rick Bakery himself, you know. I went with the mummy last time. How about the Moai? That'll be 1500 credits, please. I wonder if I have to give him the money now. Maybe I already did. Whatever. Time to go. Come back soon. Hope not. Well, we got ourselves a mask. Now we can get the fuck out of here and move on to Outer Heaven. See if we can enter. Learn something. So let's go over to Gibson's. Oh wait. My mistake. We can't exactly go to Gibson's yet because we're missing a few details. Let's go to Junkers. Are you making any progress on your investigation? More or less, but I need to check up on a couple of things. You see, as I mentioned earlier, Katrina, Gibson's daughter, is a bit of a paranoid, especially now when the Snatchers got involved with her family. So we're gonna need to learn a bit of information about Katrina before we can enter. You may be wondering what the fuck is the point of all this. Well, the problem is that she's gonna ask us some questions which we don't exactly have the answers for. So it would be a good idea to look up some kind of information about her. Age 18, height 160, weight 43. 43? Damn. A bit underweight, huh? Oh, minus blood type. Don't know if that's important. Only daughter of Jean Jack Gibson. Won Miss 17 contest in 2046. Currently a popular model in holographic advertisements. Dislikes. Identifiable by heart-shaped birthmark on inner thigh. That's rather interesting actually. But it is an important detail about Katrina, which we needed to know. Without knowing this information, you'd have a bit of a hard time getting through. Now, of course, if you happen to remember this detail from a previous playthrough, you don't need to come back to Junker HQ to figure this one out. It's not like the game forces you to learn in character, but if this happens to be your first time, it's a good idea to look this information up. So we're here. This is Gibson's house. Looks pretty traditional, all things considered. Let's see if we can get in. This is the home that John was so proud of. There is light coming through the windows. The lots are zoned rather large out here. The next door neighbors are a good distance away, which can be a detriment if you're looking for security. The door on the front is the main entrance, where there does not appear to be a doorbell. How about if you try knocking? Sure. Windows are securely sealed. The glass appears to be of a reinforced type. No easy entry that way. It is a quiet, high-class neighborhood, where there does not appear to be anyone around. Katrina, are you in there? Who is it? You're Katrina, right? I'm a junker. I just started down at Junker headquarters. My name's Gillian Seed. I'm pretty sure the chief would have let her know. Really? Are you really a junker? If you are, then show me some proof. Your junker ID, of course. Well, that's easy enough. Looks genuine to me. I can't trust you with just that. Tell me how old my father is. If you're a real junker, you'd know that. Oh, crap. But I didn't bother to check on that, huh? How old is my father? Use the directional pad to input the numbers and press a start button when you are finished. Oh boy, they didn't mention this to us, huh? Well, he cannot possibly be any younger than 30, I would say. But we probably should have checked this detail, shouldn't we? Let's try to eyeball it. It's probably 45. That's totally wrong. Yeah, I figured as much. Alright, we're back here now. We should be able to handle the situation a little bit better. Oh, of course, gotta show my ID first. Gibson's age is 55. 55 years old. That's right. Still not enough though. Damn it. What's the next one? What is it with all these questions? She knows that as a junker, you should have access to Alpha 1. You saw her data on Jordan, didn't you? She's a very smart girl. I have a unique mark on my body. What type of mark is it? It's a birthmark. It's not birthmark, it's birthmark. Thank you. That's easy, a birthmark. That's right. Now tell me the shape of a birthmark. Damn. Sure love having me type in letters, don't they? It's heart-shaped. That's right. And finally, where is this birthmark located? Now the question is, do I need to type in inner thigh or just thigh? Let's try thigh first. Should be good enough. I know that one. On your inner thigh. Well, that's pretty embarrassing, but at least I know you're the real thing. Wait a minute, I'll open the door. Okay. And there she is.
I'm very sorry about all of that. I'm Katrina Gibson, Jean's daughter.
I'm so sorry.
What's the matter, Mr. Seed?
I'm very sorry, Katrina. It's my fault your father's dead.
Gillian.
No, if I could have gotten there just a little sooner, your father might still be alive.
Oh, Mr. Seed, I appreciate your feelings, but I was always ready for the worst with my father. Every day as I watched him leave for work, will it be today, tomorrow? I knew it was a dangerous job.
Katrina, that's...
Well, I'm a junker's daughter.
Do you think you'll be alright by yourself?
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. Besides, I don't think I have any tears left.
Katrina, are you sure?
Okay, Junker, you've got work to do, right? Keep yourself busy. That's the best way to take your mind off of it.
Okay, Katrina, you're probably right. I'll appreciate any help you can give me on this investigation.
I gotta admit, she looks pretty fucking weird. Abundant natural resources. Dang, dude. There are antiques everywhere. Yeah. All of these are quite impressive pieces. Alright, let's do some investigating. He has paid a lot of attention to the decor and layout of the place. Pretty stupid since there were only the two of us here, huh? I don't know, seems like a pretty good deal to me. None of these items are replicas, they're all genuine antiques. None of this stuff is really valuable, he said it was all used. Do something? Well, we can... Oh god. Fine, let's see how awkward this gets. Oh god! Well, she didn't notice that. But thanks, Metal, you bastard. You weren't supposed to say that out loud. Real fucking tactful, huh? I'm sure all of this is quite a shock for you. Don't worry, I'm here for you anytime. Okay, so let's see what's up. Didn't really talk much with my dad lately. He was always so busy investigating stuff, cooped up in that study. If I had known this was going to happen, I should have been nicer to him. You really should tell your wife how you feel. I did! I'm just a spoiled brat who never cared about her parents. Well, that's kinda rude to speak about yourself. But whatever. Have you ever heard of a place called Outer Heaven? Apparently it's the only place in the city that serves buffalo. We found buffalo in your dad's stomach. That's the first I've ever heard of my dad going to a place like that. He must have had some good reason. Yeah, I bet. Can't believe there are places that would serve something like buffalo. They ought to close down places like that. I can't believe my dad used informers. Well, that's not gonna help us much. Isn't that the black market? My dad used to go there a lot. He said he could usually find some rare antiques there. Can we show something to her? Scrap of paper. That's my dad's handwriting. He was always leaving memos all over the place. I wonder if that's my dad's. I think so. It was the key to your father's desk. Nobody uses keys like that anymore. Well, it was worth a try, I suppose. Wow, this is my dad's. Where'd you find it? In the locker. In his coat. He doesn't say much else about it. She doesn't say much else about it. Oops. A disc. It looks like the ones my dad always used on a PC-68. That's an interesting name for a computer. Oh, that's cute. One of those Easter Island faces, right? I've always liked those monster and special effects movies. Well, we can go into the study now. Have a look inside there. This is Gibson's study. Haven't touched a thing, it's just the way he left it before he died. There's a lot of things around here. Let's have a look. Everything's neat and tidy, just like Jean. Wait, there's a personal computer here. Yes, indeed. There is a bottle, a photograph, and a chessboard on the shelf. You can see the garden from the window. His own house with a garden and everything. Yeah, but it faces north and it's really quite small. It's still something. This is the model PC-68 Genesis. These have not been manufactured for nearly 50 years. My father was always using it. Some junk shop gave it to him and he fixed it up. Why such an old piece of crap though? Nothing else to know about it. It's still full. It appears to be new. But we don't know what it is. We'll look into it later. That's an interesting face. It's a photograph of Jean Jack Gibson. It's a chess set. The pieces are very neatly arranged. My dad really liked chess, but he always seemed disappointed because I couldn't play. Well, he could have learned. Has a double locking mechanism on the window. Yeah, real good. I mean, it's kind of important considering the type of job he was working. Has a 5-inch disk drive installed. 5-inch, huh? Well, then that disk must be for this machine. Let's try to see if we can read it. Later. It is a sunscreen. It's a standard type, designed to block ultraviolet rays. There is a sticker on the bottle. This is probably from the place where it was bought. Says the store with everything, Plato's Cavern. Now we know the connection. However, how did he figure on sunscreen? There must be some meaning here. Is it okay if we take this? Go right ahead. We will need this. It is quite important. This picture seems to be a few years old. Sean looks rather young. Do you mind if I borrow this picture for a few days? No, okay. It'll be useful for us. The Black Queen is missing. The design of this set matches that of the piece we found in Jean's coat. That piece I've got definitely goes to this set. Perhaps we could do something with it. He sort of used it like a diary. He said it's over 50 years old and that it's the only one like it left in the world. He always took good care of it. Well, let's see what we can do with the possessions we have available to us. What about that chess piece? That's a wooden chess piece. I believe it's the one which goes next to the king. This must have some secret meaning. Maybe we can use it? Guess not. Let's stick this bastard into the computer and see what's on it. So the house in that search the house was referring to Gibson's house. And that exclamation point was not an exclamation point at all. It was a symbol for the 5-inch floppy disk. Look closely, the pattern matches the read-write holes on the disk. He even drew a little dot to represent the index hole. In other words, it meant to put the disk in the PC-68 at his house. No doubt Sean was worried that something might happen to him, and he prepared the disk for just such an emergency. The machine is reading the disk.
Snatcher investigation file. Why do Snatchers appear in the winter? Why are Snatchers nocturnal? I believe I have found the answer to these questions. Snatchers' vampire-like behavior is due to their desire to avoid exposure to sunlight. The reason they dislike sunlight is because of their defective artificial skin. Long-term exposure to ultraviolet rays causes overproduction of melanocytes in the epidermis of their artificial skin, leading to a form of skin cancer with the characteristics of melanoma. In other words, what we call simple sunburn is fatal to them. This relationship between ultraviolet rays and their artificial skin should give us a way to track them down. It should take at least 6 more months before they can develop a form of skin which overcomes this defect. These conclusions suggest several useful methods for locating and identifying Snatchers. 1. Investigate skin condition. Check for any evidence of melanoma. 2. check for odor. Cancer cells secrete a unique foul odor. 3. The presence of pollen. Snatchers are believed to hide in areas plentiful in Snow 9, a snow-like bioengineered pollen crystal. As such, Snow 9 can always be detected in places they appear. Snow 9 is an allergen, causing throat pain and sneezing. 4. Possession of sunscreen. In order to protect their skin from ultraviolet rays, Snatchers use sunscreen even in the dead of winter. This is due to sunscreen's ability to block ultraviolet rays. Of these techniques, 1 and 4 should prove particularly useful. In addition, besides working to prevent this skin cancer, Snatchers maintain facilities for treating artificial skin which has actually become cancerous. I have succeeded in identifying the hospital where this is performed. P.S. Watch out for a bounty hunter named Random Hajil.
So that's it, eh? He found their weak point. And no doubt Jean was killed because they learned that he had found their hospital.